Hey, my incredible angling family. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for everything fishing. Today, we're diving deep into the waters and skies to bring you the ultimate forecast for Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. Get ready because this day holds some exciting possibilities, but also a few tricky elements we need to talk about. We're going to break down the weather, water, moon, and fish behavior across our vast American landscapes, so you'll know exactly where to cast your line and what bait to tie on. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a game plan that could turn a good day into a truly unforgettable one. This November 11th, with its cooling waters and a particular moon phase, promises a day where adaptability will be your best friend, offering some fantastic feeding windows if you know where to look. Now let's talk about what's biting and how to outsmart them across different parts of our amazing country. We're going to focus on 4 fantastic species that should be on many anglers' radars. First up, for all you freshwater fanatics, it's about the largemouth bass prig. As water temperatures continue their gradual autumn cool down, largemouth bass are definitely in a late fall feeding frenzy, bulking up for winter. You'll want to focus your search in shallower cover during the early morning and late afternoon. Think fallen timber, brush piles, and those last lingering weed lines that still catch some sunlight. As the day warms slightly, they might retreat to the edges of deeper drop-offs. For your tackle, a Texas-rigged jig in green pumpkin or black and blue patterns is deadly. Don't shy away from a shallow diving crankbait mimicking crawfish. Bass just can't resist them this time of year. Fish it slowly, bumping it off any structure you find. My little trick: vary your retrieve speed until you hit that sweet spot that triggers a strike. Next, let's head to the colder streams and rivers for our trout enthusiasts. In mid-November, with water temperatures in the 40s and 50s, trout are no longer confined to the deepest waters. You'll find them spread out, seeking slower seams and deeper runs where they can conserve energy but still ambush prey. Overcast skies, which we might see, are often favorable for trout, as they don't have eyelids and can't squint in bright sun. Look for signs of blue-winged olives and midges still hatching, especially in the afternoon. For tackle, light tippets and small indicators are key. Try small olive soft hackles, 22 zebra midges, or 18 pheasant tails. Fishing slow and precise is vital. These trout reward subtlety and a delicate presentation. For those along the coasts, especially the mid-Atlantic, the striped bass or bite should be strong. November brings some of the best fishing as these migratory giants actively chase baitfish in larger bays, estuaries, and nearshore waters. Keep an eye out for diving birds, which often signal bait balls pushed to the surface. Target channel edges, depth contours, and structure like bridge pilings, jetties, and artificial reefs. These are prime ambush points for stripers. For lures, throw large topwater plugs in the early morning or late afternoon if you see them breaking the surface. Otherwise, soft plastics like paddle-tail swim baits on jig heads, bucktails, or metal spoons will get the job done. Make sure your gear is robust, because when a striper hits, you'll know it. Finally, down in the southern states, let's talk about redfish. As the water temperature drops, especially in places like the Carolinas, the water often becomes clearer, and these fish start schooling up in the shallows. This creates fantastic sight fishing opportunities on sunny, calm days, especially around low tide. Target grass flats near oyster bars, grassy potholes, and even deeper boat docks and channels. Live shrimp, pinfish, or croakers on a Carolina rig or under a popping cork are traditional winners. For artificials, soft plastic shrimp imitations fished very slowly are a must. Topwater lures can still get you some explosive strikes in the mornings. Now for the nitty-gritty, let's analyze the conditions for November 11th, 2025. Weather. Across much of the United States, we're anticipating a generally cool, crisp fall day. Temperatures will likely be in the low to mid-50s Fahrenheit in many northern and central regions, possibly reaching the 60s in the south. Overnight lows could dip into the 30s or 40s. Atmospheric pressure is expected to be stable to slowly falling, which, my friends, is usually a good sign for active fish. A steady or slowly dropping barometer often triggers a feeding response as fish sense a change is coming. Wind will likely be moderate, perhaps from the north or northwest, bringing that cooler air. While there's a low chance of widespread heavy precipitation, localized showers are always a possibility in early November, so be prepared. Water temperature. The big trend for November 11th is cooling water across the country. In many freshwater lakes and reservoirs, temperatures will be in the mid-40s to low 60s Fahrenheit depending on your latitude. Northern lakes, for instance, could be in the low 50s, while some southern lakes might still be in the low 70s. This cooling forces fish to seek out warmer pockets. Think rocky areas, shallower wood, or sun-exposed flats, or to move to deeper, more stable thermal zones. This temperature shift is crucial. It boosts their metabolism and makes them want to eat, but they'll be more sluggish, so slower presentations are vital. Moon phase. On November 11th, 2025, the moon will be in a waning gibbous phase with approximately 55% of its visible disk illuminated. This is the first phase after the full moon, where the moon's illumination decreases each day. Popular fishing lore and my own experience suggest that while the days right before and on the full moon can trigger major feeding activity, the bright moonlight after the full moon can sometimes make the daytime bite tougher, pushing fish deeper. However, the general belief is that full and new moon phases increase feeding activity, so don't completely rule out an active bite. It often means being more strategic with your timing. Overall, fish activity. Many species are in a crucial feeding window, actively transitioning to their winter patterns and packing on the pounds before winter truly sets in. Bass, crappie, walleye, and many coastal species like striped bass and redfish will be active. However, November weather can be fickle, so expect periods of aggressive feeding interspersed with more cautious behavior, requiring you to adapt your presentations. The cooling water concentrates fish, making them hungry but also a bit particular. So what's my clear assessment for November 11th, 2025? Considering the stable to slowly falling barometer, cooling but still active water temperatures and fish bulking up for winter, I'm giving the overall fishing assessment for this day a solid good to excellent, with the potential for truly memorable catches. The key is to remember that fish are actively feeding, but their metabolism is slowing, so patience and precision will pay off. There you have it, folks, my detailed forecast for an exciting day of fishing. I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. May your lines be tight and your coolers be full. Before you head out, if you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our next fishing adventure. And tell me in the comments below, what species are you targeting this November, and what's your go-to fall lure? Share your tips and tricks. Let's build this community even stronger. Tight lines, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.